What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Nick Bosa, rookie defensive end for the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I've already done two videos for him on this channel. One earlier this season, I believe, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I also did one before the draft. And if I remember to, hopefully I'll put the link to those two videos in the description of this one. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into this. I'm a big fan of Nick Bosa. Very good pass rusher, very good hands, very good athleticism, just dominant. And also very good relentlessness, which you'll see here on this play. He's lining up right over here. By the way, I don't really know the Carolina Panthers offensive line too well. If y'all know who number 60 is, let me know. Because he's going to be beating his ass on this play. Yeah, kind of. Right there is one thing I'm a big fan of with Nick Bosa. He's very good with his hands. He doesn't miss. He likes to get his hands inside, which is exactly where you want. That's where you have power and control. He's very consistent about doing that, and it's how he wins a lot of these engagements. Because he was able to get his hands inside, he gets himself free. Now, this tackle is going to get himself in position. Bosa kind of trips. He doesn't fall for this pump fake. He's able to get back up, and just off relentlessness, he's able to get this sack on Kyle Allen. Very good play. Very good play. Very big fan of Nick Bosa. Let me go ahead and find the next one here. Okay, so this play here, this isn't something I would want to get in the habit of if I'm the San Francisco 49ers. Nick Bosa is athletic, and do it sometimes so you can get some exotic blitz packages, and as you'll see later in the game, he does get an interception, so you can do this sometimes. But, yeah, they drop him back into coverage. And they put him one-on-one with Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's going to get an easy play on him. He's athletic, but he's not going to be able to match up with Christian McCaffrey very much. That's not something you want to do too regularly. I kind of want his hand in the dirt, pass rushing. But you can definitely do that sometimes. He does have athleticism. Just be careful what running backs you're doing that with. I wouldn't do that against McCaffrey, honestly. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and get into the next one. Okay, so this is another example of Nick Bosa not missing with his hands. Watch this. He's going to come in. He's going to get both of his hands inside, right on the offensive lineman's chest. I also don't know who number 65 is. But, yeah, and he's pretty much just going to bench press this dude and use power and just get right past him. And it also looks like he did do a little bit of a hand fight there, too. Yeah, looks like he's smacking down that outside hand to help power through. Yep. And you're just going to get to Kyle Allen pretty easy. Like I said, that's in my opinion his best feature is his hands. Yeah, he's got the athleticism, he does have the strength, he has the knowledge, but his hands are just fantastic. And because of those hands, I think you could put him in almost any system and he'll succeed. If he was a 3-4 defensive end, he'd have to gain a little bit of weight, but he has the hands and the eyes to be able to succeed there. You could even move him to 3-tech if you wanted to. I wouldn't start him there like for a full season, but let's say you had injuries to your defensive tackles, he could absolutely play 3-tech for you. At least in my opinion. Let me find the next one. Okay, lining up right here again. And he's just going to whoop their ass. It looks like that's Christian McCaffrey out there. And McCaffrey's even going to help this tackle out. And let me rewind that a little bit. And he's got one hand outside and one inside, and he's pretty much just going to swim over the top of this guy. The guard is going to get his hands on him, but Bosa's going to keep on going through. He's still fighting those hands. He's fighting to get his hands inside. He's got one on his chest, and he's got one hand up to try to block down a pass if he goes to throw. His relentlessness. I mean, He does end up getting the batted pass because Kyle Allen doesn't actually end up throwing it. But in his pursuit, just going to let him wrap him up. Big fan of that. He's got everything you want in a pass rusher. He's got bend when you need him to. He's got power. He's got knowledge. He's got the hands. He's got the eyes. I mean, he has everything you want in a premier pass rusher. This guy, he's the real deal, and I honestly think he could probably be better than his brother. Especially at edge. Let me go ahead and find the next one. I don't think there's too much more I really need to show you, so hang on. Okay, I kind of already showed you what I needed to with his pass rushing abilities. Like I said, he's got everything you want in a pass rusher. I've already made 2 other videos talking about that, so I don't think I need to break down every single one of his plays. I did break down all 3 sacks he got this game, and the one time Christian McCaffrey did beat him in coverage. But this is the interception he got. Let's go ahead and get right into this. He's lining up right here again. Don't do that to Nick Bosa. He's just going to jump up, make an easy interception. And also, one thing I want to highlight, like I've been talking about, watch his hands. Now the tackle is going to try to chop block him, but even still, he's still putting his hands inside. He's going to get his shoulder pad because he is chop blocking him. But he was prepared to get his hands inside, and that's also going to help him keep his balance. He's just going to jump up, get this easy pick, and he's going to have a bit of a return. And this shows off his athleticism. Ends up being a wide receiver that ends up dragging him down, and the screen went black. But you kind of get the idea. Okay, the play broke. But Game Pass does that sometimes. But you get the idea. He was showing off his athleticism. It ended up being a wide receiver that ended up having to go chase him down. But that was DJ Moore, if you were wondering. But man, I'm a big fan of Nick Bosa. Now, I did say I liked Quinnen Williams a little bit more as a defensive lineman coming out of the draft, and I still think that's the case. It just hasn't worked out yet with the Jets. I think he's going to need a little bit more time to progress. I also don't necessarily think he's in the best system. He can play in a 3-4, but I feel like he'd be so much better as a 3-tech. But anyway, I don't want to get into Quinnen Williams. Nick Bosa is also a person I think could have some success at 3-tech, as I alluded to earlier in the video. I think you can move him around a lot, and I'd love to see San Fran get into some exotic packages, moving him around, kind of like the Chargers do with Joey Bosa, actually. Now, I know he's not quite as big as Joey, but I still think he can get the job done. He's powerful as hell. And he's got the hands to play inside. He's got the eyes. You can put him anywhere on the defensive line, and he will succeed. Easily. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't think I have a whole lot left to say. Like I said before, I made 2 videos already about him. One, I believe it was when San Fran played Tampa Bay. And then I made a video about him before the draft. And hopefully I remember to put them in the description of this video. But I think that's all I got. If you like this video, I would appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.